the mic, talking day and spilling life, from trending memes to wildest dreams. Girl, did you hear that crazy thing? Girl, did you hear what's going down? We're lighting up this whole damn town. Strange and trending every week. Bestie vibes that'll never peak.
I don't think either one of us are going to go on a cruise.
I don't know.
Anytime soon.
It's not looking good. Every time we bring up a topic, it's like,
okay.
check out this crazy thing that happened on a cruise. I don't like the possibility of getting stuck on open water.
Something happens. And you're
like a
just
technical
floating.
failure,
Yeah.
something that's well outside of your control, and then it just shuts the whole thing, and then you're stuck out there.
Meanwhile, we'll get in airplanes and fly in the sky. No problem.
And then those crash. Everything's got a price, man.
I guess, but like, damn, dude. Like,
Yeah.
that is on a whole other level of fuckery. This is woo-woo, but do you think that they like accidentally like went into like a portal and like time warped themselves somewhere without realizing it? Hey guys, welcome to Girl, Did You Hear?
The ultimate bestie hangout. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Kristen. Today is episode 49. Woo woo. We are inching along. I feel like I've been saying that for so long, and we're like barely getting to 50.
Barely, babe. We hitting 50s.
No, I know it's huge. It's super, super huge. But I feel like it's like we've been inching to get to 50.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like it's taken a minute.
It's been progress, that's for sure.
Yeah. For anyone that is new here, we have a new set.
Ta-da.
Hope you like our lovely little wall. We added some things.
It's going to be constantly improving.
Yeah, we still got to add a couple little things here and there, but we are liking how it looks. Hope you guys are too.
Yes.
Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Woo-hoo. We do appreciate your support. Yes. Today, we have a fun episode planned. We're going to chit-chat our reasons again as to why I don't think either one of us are going to go on a cruise.
I don't know.
Anytime soon.
It's not looking good. Every time we bring up a topic,
it's like, okay.
check out this crazy thing that happened on a cruise.
Yeah, and adds to the list of no cruises for me.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you guys have seen or heard of, the Amy Bradley case that has been going around since 1998.
Yeah.
Is when it happened. But it's been a huge case. Many people have investigated this. There's been many stories, podcasts, videos, whatever on it.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of other documentaries also about it.
Right.
But this one was it's called Amy Bradley is Missing. It's on Netflix.
It's a 3-part series.
Yeah. It just came out super short. I binged it in a day.
Yeah.
A day and a half, but you could easily do it in one day for sure. But as I was watching it, I had never, I heard of the story in the past, but didn't really follow it, didn't know much about it. I just knew of it.
Right.
Did you know about it before at all?
No.
Okay. But as I'm watching this documentary, I'm thinking, holy cow, this is a crazy story.
Yeah.
The whole thing is just nuts. So she's a young 20-year-old. She goes on a cruise with her parents to the Caribbean. Mm-hmm. It was through Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, I believe,
It was a
right?
Royal Caribbean cruise, yeah.
And she goes missing on the cruise ship.
On the third stop, I think.
Yeah.
The second stop.
And she just vanishes. And her parents, to this day, are still
looking for her.
Looking for her.
Yeah.
And still having hope and stuff like that. And it's just insane to me. A couple of the things that stuck out the most, I would say, was it was weird that many people ended up seeing her.
Yeah, she had the
on
reason
the
why
ship.
her parents won't stop looking, I think,
Yes.
is because there keeps being sightings of her.
Yes, which is crazy.
Yeah.
People saw her throughout the ship, throughout the cruise ship before she went missing on the ship.
Right, right.
There was a point where people thought
With the bass player.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, who knows? That whole situation was weird too. So there was one night, after the club closed or whatever, she was dancing and hanging out with the bass player from the cruise band, whatever, which is, I'm sure that kind of stuff happens all the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yes.
He's the bass player in a band.
Yeah. But what is interesting also is, there were some other people that were hanging out on top of the deck
On
of the
the deck
pool
as well,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they saw Amy and the yellow. That's what his stage name was or whatever.
Yeah.
What was his actual name? I wrote it down.
I
Alistair.
Yes.
But they saw them like walking together and like hanging out at like wee hours of the morning. And then she went like missing shortly after that. Pretty sure.
She had gone back to her cabin
Mhm.
and was like on the patio or balcony or whatever. Like I remember in the story, her dad said that he woke up and saw her feet at like 1 hour of the morning and thought, okay, at least she's safe. She's
Right.
like in our area. And then next time he woke up to look for her, she was
not there.
she was gone.
Right. So, this is so crazy.
Yeah.
I have so many thoughts. So yes, that is super strange. Like, I don't know what I would do in that situation. Like, if my kid or like someone that I was with traveling, especially on a ship, like was just not there,
Was
like,
just missing.
That's
yeah.
I would probably go into like super panic. Like, what do you mean they're not here? Like, what?
Right.
What? Like, where did they go? You know? A lot of people obviously believe that she, fell overboard, jumped overboard, was pushed, whatever.
Right.
Something like that. Totally could have happened.
Possibilities.
Definitely a
of self-harm.
possibility.
Yeah.
Something else that I found in like a Reddit thread, a lot of people do think that in this thread that she like jumped or was pushed or something happened where she went overboard. Because, as you're watching the documentary, you learn that she is into women. But her parents don't talk about that very much.
No, not until they like out her on the show.
Right.
Are her
And
parents
so
like,
I don't know.
It wasn't what we saw for her, but we loved her just the same.
Right. And I thought that was kind of interesting because, and the people in this thread that I was reading on Reddit as well believe that it could have been like a self-harm thing for her, either to have jumped over or to have scurried herself off of the ship on her own, like,
Right.
and is living secretly abroad somewhere, whatever, a secret life, because she didn't have support from her parents. So like that is a total theory and a possibility. I mean, nobody knows
Right.
really what happened to her,
Right.
obviously, which is why it's so crazy of a mystery. But the fact that so many people even saw her after like the cruise ship, like even years later, people were sending pictures and emails and contacting her parents and saying like, I think I saw Amy,
Right.
or I found her on this website. You know,
I mean, you think about when she went missing and the internet was not huge.
No.
In 1998.
Not at all.
I
It
mean,
was
granted, it was in its like baby stages at least.
yes, very baby
And
stages.
I was impressed with how much her case like blossomed and grew, and like how people built websites for, places you could put either sightings or information or ideas, instead of like her parents having to constantly monitor a phone.
Right.
Like, I was happy to see that technology has helped us in this way.
Right.
You know what
And
I'm saying?
advanced a little bit at that time
Yeah.
to try to help
Or
out.
like over those decades. And I mean,
Yes.
granted, it's like still been 20 plus years since they've seen her. And it's so sad. That's almost got to be worse than death, because at least that's final. Like,
Right.
that happened. This is the end.
Right.
Versus that constant possibility of
Of
they're out there. They could be out there. Are they out there? Are they
Right.
still out there? Are they okay?
are they alive?
Their
Are they
children?
dead? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was a theory too in there that maybe she, like, nobody knows if she has children, because remember that lady in the freaking bathroom that ran into her, and she was just a tourist
Yeah.
and encountered her in the bathroom, and there was the guys that she was with outside, and the way that lady described the situation made it seem like she was there against her will.
Yeah, like they were holding something over her, and that's when like,
Correct.
the children thing popped up. It's
Yeah.
like, she's like, "Will we get to go see the children?" And he's like, "Yeah, if you're behaving, we'll get to
Yeah.
go see the children." Yeah,
I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
If I was ever out in public anywhere, even in a different country, and I heard something like that, I would try to like reach out to somebody.
it's gotta be so hard.
I know.
Because who?
I would
You're in
probably
another
call
country.
the FBI, honestly. Like, That would
are
be
you
the
gonna
only.
call in the FBI,
Well, I would try,
right?
because the
I mean, I guess that's
FBI
the
is
effort you're gonna
the
make.
FBI would be the only.
Ones that are able to handle anything internationally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they're still they still are trying to investigate that case.
I mean, and that's the crazy part about going on cruises and traveling internationally is that the laws are different.
So
man.
different, and
Like-
the agents on the show talk about that too, and the struggles and the battles that they have to go through and
Mm-hmm.
deal with, and like where the line is that like that's it, you
Yeah,
know, like there's
that's-
nothing else that they can do because that's it, like that's
Yeah,
just the
that's-
law, or
That's just the way it is in that country.
yeah, and they can't do anything, and that kind of sucks, you know. But there are a lot of agents that work in those countries, especially if they're known for like trafficking areas.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a possibility that, you know, she did that, or, you know, that she jumped. But going back to the parents, like I thought that it was interesting that they didn't really talk about her, you know, her being into women,
Right.
because it almost seems like they were not really okay with that, you know?
This was
And
the 90s, babe. The
I
being
know.
gay was not
And
not
it
not
wasn't
thing to
it
be.
wasn't the thing to be back then.
No.
But it's strange that if she really was into women, that she was with the bass player on the ship, that she was seen with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that she was dancing with him.
Yeah. I mean, she could have just been dancing and having fun, but I mean, if he was part of it or lured her into a situation off the ship to, you know, like I'm sure people that work in trafficking have some sort of, you know, they have mules out there.
Yeah, some
like,
sort of in on things like cruise ships and stuff
exactly,
like that. Yeah.
exactly. You know, and I'm sure he probably gets like a little side chunk if there's
If they're sold. Yeah. No,
if
I
there's
get
some,
it. Yeah.
you know, like
No.
I'm trying to I'm tiptoeing on my words here so we don't get age gated on our
Yeah.
episode
It's
or for YouTube.
It's
So
hard.
they don't get mad at us.
But I mean, also, I don't think socially it was acceptable to be like, I don't think it would have been cool for her to be dancing with a girl. You know, I think people
Yeah.
would have probably been at that point in time in the
They probably not
early
would have looked
late
at it.
90s, early 2000s. It wouldn't have been as openly received as it is today.
Yeah,
So
you're probably right.
The reason why she was dancing with Yellow,
It's a horrible name.
what a great nickname, is because, you know, ideally she's on, you know, a cruise
Right.
and does not want to be like booed off this cruise, I'm sure. I mean, she's 23 years old, just graduated college.
She's just there trying to have a good time, I guess.
All this fun stuff to look for. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's hard.
It is hard. It definitely makes me not want to really go on a cruise.
I mean, but this was also 20 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, obviously things have changed, but I looked up some interesting information. Do you know how many people go missing on cruise ships?
How many?
Approximately, because the shitty thing here is like the cruise ships are supposed to report, obviously, if someone goes missing or if there's an incident or whatever, right? There's specific like laws and
Procedures.
things, yes, that they're supposed to report and adhere to. However, if people are going missing on your cruise line every other time you're taking a cruise, you're not going to report
There's a
that
problem.
every single time.
Because you don't want those ticks against your record.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. So, in a lot of things that I was reading in these different like threads and like other websites that lawyers were actually writing about, like for cruises, like for like protection, you know, for people that are on cruises, like these are your rights. These are things that a lot of people like don't really know, you know, but they were saying since it's hard to say, obviously, because not everybody's reporting everything.
Right.
So I have two different sets of numbers here.
So you're getting a general guideline.
Yeah. So one of them is from, first of all, did you know there's a thing called the Cruise Victims Association? That's a thing. I learned that today. But they reported that an estimated of 170 people have gone missing in cruises since 1995. But that number could possibly be up to 400 people.
Dang.
Because they don't know exactly.
Right.
So that's completely guesstimating. There's no way to actually track that number to provide specifics other than what is reported, but they estimate that there's more people that are not reported that have gone missing.
So
Based off of like other reports of like the people filing those missing persons reports, you know?
Right. That also makes me wonder though, like, okay, because it's a lot of ratios. What's the percentage of people? Because how many people on a cruise? How many times do these cruises go in and out?
Yeah.
And
I'm not sure.
I mean, 200 to 400 is still a lot of people. It was 100, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
200 to 400. And then another website on one of like the law websites I was reading says that since 2018, it says only 7 people have been reported missing.
I see what you're
However,
saying.
they estimate that about 200 people have gone missing in the last 20 years. So like it's so hard to
track
that kind of information, you know, which is kind of scary.
Well, I mean,
actually.
that's bad information, but it's information you should be tracking.
Yeah, I mean, that don't take that as very factual, you know, like it is, and it states on there it's very estimated.
It's an estimate, but still, that's a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how, like you said, I don't know how often cruise lines are going out on like a daily, weekly, whatever, monthly basis,
right?
You know, but I feel like that's a pretty big amount.
Yeah.
And the fact that obviously there's no way for the cruise lines to officially, like, if someone doesn't report that, who's gonna know?
Or like if someone just walks off the cruise of their own intentions, they're really not. I mean, they're missing to the friends and family that didn't see them when they were supposed to return.
Exactly.
But in their minds, they're not missing. They're right where they want to be.
Right. But think about like the random solo person that goes on a cruise and then goes missing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That was not there with anybody. So
there's nobody.
There's no one there looking for them unless they realize that they didn't get home from their cruise.
It's only until the cruise is supposed to return. Isn't Phil supposed to be back in the office by now?
Yeah. Oh wait, where?
Yeah.
Where's Phil? Oh, he went on a cruise and didn't come back. Now he's
typical
missing.
Phil.
But like that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is nuts, dude.
Yeah.
I would be not wanting to do that. But I mean,
but I
don't know.
So many people going on cruises successfully and having a bunch of fun.
Same.
I mean, because like I've seen
my 20-year-old daughter, one of them has been on a small little like 3-day cruise, and she had a blast.
Aww.
To Mexico, Cozumel or whatever.
I mean, I've seen that like they're cracking down on cruises. Like they're trying to make them a lot more like family friendly, a little less, I don't know,
party like.
Yeah. I mean, which is kind of a bummer for some folks because they're like, that's the whole reason why we go.
I'm sure you can still have those types of cruises.
Right. I'm sure they exist. Right. But I understand they're trying to change the industry.
Yeah.
Because it is exactly that. It's an industry. So they want to sell tickets to the show, right? But I don't know. It's going to take a lot more convincing to get me to go.
Yeah. After the poop debacle on the last cruise Netflix show we watched.
I know. And that's hard too because this one's old. This is from 98.
Yeah.
The poo cruise was like 2013, I think. Yeah, 2013. Dang, that was episode 46. We've been talking about cruises.
Well, they're around right now.
Right. Well, tis the season.
It is.
So.
It's cruise season.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Well, I mean, it's summertime.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm so torn.
Because like family members have gone on like Alaskan cruises and Norwegian cruises.
I know some people that just went on an Alaskan cruise and it looked amazing. And I'm like, wow, that's so pretty. And like they'll see things that you can't see like from the land. Which is really pretty, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to be stuck on a boat for that long.
I was
like,
gonna say, what is your
boat? On
what
a
is
ship,
your
I should
aversion?
say.
Like what makes you not want to be on a cruise?
I think the fact that I can't leave the ship if I want to. I think the fact that I'm literally on the ship until they say you can get off and come back on during these times or whatever, like when you port somewhere. You know, I think I don't like that part of it. I don't like the idea of that.
That's fair.
I don't like the idea of being on a ship in like confined areas with thousands of people because I just feel like when there's mass quantities of people like that, there's always like something that's going to go wrong.
Right.
Or the chances, I should
There's
say.
always something nefarious happening.
The chances of something happening or one person screwing it up for the whole ship.
Yeah. That's fair.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
And I don't want to be in that situation where I can't get out of that situation if something like that was to happen.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, yeah, like I'll go to a concert with thousands of people, but if shit's popping off, at least I know where the exits are and I can leave the situation.
Right.
Can't really do that. What am I going to go do?
Whereas you're like stuck on this boat all night long, and then you're in a land you don't know all day, and then you're stuck on this boat all night long.
Also, and I don't know if this would be an issue for me, but I've heard a lot of people get really bad seasick on sometimes of the ships.
Right.
And I ain't trying to do all of that because
You
I don't
ain't
know
trying to acclimate.
if you like. I spent plenty of time on boats,
Mhm.
you know, out on the water all day and sitting in waves, and it'll get you after a while.
Right.
Like if you're, especially if it's hot out. I mean, obviously we're out there doing water sports and different things in smaller boats, but still, like if people are getting seasick in these big ass ships.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but there's a lot of people out there who are a lot more sensitive to it.
Yeah, that's true. Trevor is way more sensitive to it than me.
Yeah,
I typically am not. Like it has to get, like I have to be out there for a while.
I don't know
like
about
sitting
boats.
for a few hours. If I'm just sitting on the boat for a few hours, rocking back and forth, and I'm not doing anything, or if I'm looking at my phone, that will get me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times, like when we're out, like at the sandbars, just chilling, like we're on and off the boat all day. So there are good times where I'm just chilling on the boat, and it's
just rocking.
It's relaxing.
Yeah.
I love that. But I've been on some where you're like, it's a little higher waves. Yeah, and you're like, okay, this is enough. You know?
Yeah, like that's a lot of rocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying.
That's fair.
But what would be your reason as to not, outside of like what we've discussed?
I don't like the possibility of getting stuck on open water.
Yeah.
Like what happened to the poo cruise.
You lose power or something happens
Yes,
and you're
like
just
a technical
floating.
failure,
Yeah.
something that's well outside of your control, anybody's control, really.
Yeah.
And then it just shuts the whole thing, and then you're stuck out there.
Meanwhile, we'll get in airplanes and fly in the sky, no problem.
And then those crash. Nobody really survives to give you a documentary about those.
I just had that thought when you were saying it. I was like, oh, that's funny that we're complaining about not going on a cruise.
But see,
yeah.
the thing, the cruise is like a slow roll.
I
mean,
is.
you're not in an airplane to tour the air.
No,
you're in an airplane to get there quick.
correct.
So like the chances for possibilities is really only going to happen in the 6 hours versus like on a cruise, chances of possibilities. Oh, sorry, those are the same words. The possibility of things happening is higher because you're out there for, 24 hours, 78 hours, 7 days. Like to where I'll jump up in a metal tube and risk it for the biscuit for 6 hours.
Right.
But I mean, a whole week?
I don't think so, man.
You would have to do, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could do it. Like I could see myself doing it just because like I'm really good about just going out, finding a lounger and just staking that out and being there all day, or doing a whole bunch of nothing. But I would get kind of antsy maybe just because I feel stuck on the boat, like what you said.
That's like, I think that's like what my biggest thing is. I would feel like stuck because I've heard that there's like tons of entertainment, there's things to do.
Yeah, but I mean,
and
I
all
also
of this
like
stuff,
the
but
benefit
it's like
that you get to see all these other like islands
countries
and
and
cities
stuff.
and
Yeah.
things that you wouldn't normally go to.
Yeah, but how much time do they actually spend on those islands versus the ship? Because I'm pretty sure like you're just there for like the day maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you get off at like you debark at 10 and come back at 3 sort of thing. So you do have a good excursion's worth of hours to spend. But like if you think about it, when you when you go on vacation, you kind of do the same thing. You give yourself a chunk of like 4 to 6 hours to go do something during the day, and then you come back to wherever your
hotel or your Airbnb or whatever, and you just chill.
It just happens to be a boat.
A boat. I don't know, man. See, but, they also have things that you can do where you can get like private like yachts
Yeah. Kind of same thing. And going
and like do like a liveaboard type
cruise,
situation.
yeah.
Cruise. It's like a private cruise essentially. And if you got like, you know, a bunch of your friends together and went and did that, I think that would be more enjoyable.
I agree, especially now since we're
Because
adults.
a lot of those liveaboard type things, like people will do them a lot for like scuba diving.
Oh, I see.
And they'll go to these different countries and the liveaboards will have their whole staff. Like they supply the staff, like the crew, you know?
Yeah.
For the boat to maintain it, to get you there and to like prepare and cook all your meals and stuff. And that's all included in the cost that you pay for it. It's a little bit more expensive than a cruise, but it's another option where you kind of have a little bit more flexibility and
It's a lot more private.
yeah. You're not with that. I don't know.
Thousands.
Maybe
of
I
people.
have to be a little old
The part
lady.
that killed
Maybe
me
I'm gonna be
about-
like the little old lady that's on the cruise.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be there at that point when I'm like 75.
When her parents were like, "Stop the ship! Don't let anybody get off. My daughter's missing. My daughter's missing." They're like, "We gotta." Like, I understand you're in crisis, but 2,400 of these other people are on vacation.
What do they do in that point? Like,
We gotta keep the script going. You know what I'm saying?
but like, do you think that that's a good business move, or do you think that is bad? Do you think
what
that
do you do?
do you think that would have
I don't know. Because like
changed anything?
money talks, man. I mean, are you gonna stop? Like, think of how much it costs to do a 7-day cruise, and then you're amplifying that cost by, I think there was like 2,400 passengers is what I kept hearing on the documentary.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong. And then amplify that by that many.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're not just gonna stop hundreds of thousands of dollars because one person went missing.
I guess, but I feel like
But-
the cruise lines could have contacted
I
like
mean,
someone at the
she-
island,
And they
or
didn't. Well,
something.
they did. And
It
then
was
like the
like-
guy went out and was like, well, because they thought she jumped at first, and then in Curacao, how did we learn how to pronounce this?
something like that.
Anyways, so when they contacted the authorities there, because they were like, well, if she jumped, her body would be on shore,
Right.
Just because of the way the currents move and stuff.
Right.
Like we would find her. A part of her would wash up.
Something,
and
yeah, would have been
nothing
found.
Did.
Right.
And so, like, they did the island excursion, and then, or you know, the boat did the thing that day, and then the boat took off, right?
That's why those cruise ships, they ain't waiting for you. Like
They're
when they tell you
not.
to be back there at 3 p.m., you better be back there at like 2:30 p.m.
Regardless of whether or not you're missing.
Yeah. They don't care.
No.
They will leave without you.
And so then
Whether
I guess that
you're-
just is their business model. Like, it doesn't matter whether or not
That's crazy.
poor little Amy Bradley was missing before they even disembarked. They still offloaded the ship, unloaded the ship, and moved on to the next destination. Like,
Didn't her parents stay behind?
no, I think they got off in like the next stop, which was like St. Thomas or something.
Yeah,
like
you're
that.
right. Yeah. And then they stayed there, right?
Yeah, because they stayed on the boat to search for her when they were doing a code Charlie,
Right.
which was like check every cabin, check every nook, every cranny. They couldn't find her on the boat, and then of course everybody else did their thing and then came back, and they got off on the next one and flew home, I think, is from what I remember.
Yeah, I think so. That's so wild. And then people kept seeing different sightings of her, and obviously where people were telling her parents fake sightings and giving fake information, which is gotta be crazy to deal with.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like years later, they like people saw her again, right? On
Yeah.
like a website, entertainment website.
Yeah.
And
They
they
sent those pictures
yeah.
to her family.
and it's like, what the heck? Do you think that she's still out there?
I do, yeah.
I kind of do too, actually. Like, I kind of feel like she, unfortunately, either willingly or either she's willingly living a secret life abroad somewhere, or she got lured into the traffic world,
Right.
unfortunately. Which,
I feel like she's probably been lured into the trafficked world and then been spat out and is now living her life as such.
possibly, maybe, yeah, who knows? Because I know,
I mean, because I have a feeling that you age out of the traffic world.
to an extent, you either age out or you become like one of the
Scout.
recruiters.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm tiptoeing here.
Have to.
And yeah, like, that's so crazy. I think that she was out there though.
She's got to be.
She's got to be.
And like the possibility
Because-
of children, I think, is also really high.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because how is someone going to be in that without
Having that consequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you
Well,
know,
yeah.
it's just inevitable, I think.
Kind of-
Whether oh man, those poor kids. That's so sad.
Right? But
All
I
of
bet that
it is
happens all
so
the
sad.
time.
Oh yeah. Well, if you ever listened to Trevor's episode, he had a lady on his show one time
Yeah, I remember that.
that worked with kids in that.
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, like a lot of those families, they all work together. Like it is a family business,
Right.
essentially. And the dad is the boss and the kids are recruiters, so to speak, you know? And it's crazy. And they bring kids over for things and, you know, start
Right.
the process of grooming and all of that stuff, which is crazy to me. And she was telling us about it and it was nuts.
It's a wild world.
It is a wild world. It's wild to think that that is even a thing. Like,
Everything's got a price, man.
I guess, but like, damn, dude, like
Yeah.
that is on a whole other level of fuckery.
Yeah. No joke.
Like, I can't even. That's insane to me. But I do think she's out there. I think it's a super sad story.
Yeah.
You know, I think that if she is out there and she's not part of that anymore, she's probably like, because you know when people get into
Come
that,
back from that.
Well,
they're
when
not
they're
normal.
in it,
Yeah.
they begin to look at their caretakers as, you know, as their idols. Essentially, they don't see it as a wrong. They don't
like Stockholm syndrome or something.
exactly.
Like that?
Yeah, they don't see it as wrong or incorrect or
And
whatever.
that's how
like,
it becomes a family business. Yeah.
exactly. You know, like it's wild, dude.
Yeah.
That whole thing is just insane. I don't know what I would do if I like knew someone that went missing like that, and there was just no end to it. That'd be crazy.
You keep looking.
I
If you went
would.
missing, I'd keep looking.
I would keep looking too.
Yeah.
Because like I wouldn't be one to just like up and vanish.
No.
Like if I ever go missing, something happened to me. I was taken or something else happened.
We didn't put enough rocks in our pockets,
Right?
guys. We tried.
We tried. I definitely would not be like a self-inflicted situation.
No.
I can tell you that.
I can't imagine you just wanting to like Irish goodbye everybody that you know
No.
and just go live a life somewhere.
No.
No.
But have you heard people do that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why not?
That is crazy to me.
Heck yeah. They even go as far as faking their deaths.
Yes.
Like, that's the
That
ultimate.
is crazy.
Like, I don't want to be around you guys.
That is crazy.
No more.
And then the people find out
Oh, God.
that they weren't dead. And like they have a whole other life and like different name. And that's insane to me.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Right?
I wonder what happened in someone's life or like in their brain to like make them decide like, you know what?
I got to hit reset.
You know, I just don't, this not working out. I'm going to new name, new place to live, new country, new that, you know, like that's crazy.
I mean, we've seen a bunch of movies where people had excuses to do so. So I imagine something parallels in real life.
Well, of course.
But
I
don't know anybody like that.
No, I don't either. And I mean, I know a lot of people that have gone through a lot of situations that happen that
And
we've
they
seen in
didn't-
those movies.
And they didn't fake their deaths and just gone to another country? No.
No, exactly. So that's why it's called the movies, guys.
Well, that's fair.
But people actually do that for real.
Yeah.
Do you think that the people that just randomly go missing, like, and vanish,
Do it on purpose?
do it on purpose?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Do you think that they, like, this is woo-woo, but do you think that they, like, accidentally went into, like, a portal and, like, time warped themselves somewhere without realizing it?
No.
Like, it was not a choice. They're just like walking along and then whoop,
And then next thing they know, they're in the McDonald's in
they're
the
in a different timeline
70s or some shit. Yeah. They went backwards because of something.
or forwards.
Jeez.
I mean, they say that there's multiple dimensions
Layers
all
on this
happening
whole
at the
thing.
same
That
time.
is fair. That is fair.
So the time that we're moving in right now, I mean, there's things happening all around us right now in different dimensions that we just literally can't see because our brains don't have the capacity to like.
I have enough time trying to see the dimension I'm in. I need these things to see the dimension I'm in. No. I refuse.
That's funny. Do you have anything else you wanted to add about Miss Amy Bradley?
No. Poor thing. I
No.
hope we find her someday.
I hope so too. Imagine watch in like the next like 10 years. Put that out there. She's gonna be like, oh my god,
We found her. Yeah.
I think she's alive.
I agree.
Anyways, I think we'll end on that note. I agree.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Thank you for joining us this time, guys. If you have anything that you want to add or any theories of your own about Miss Amy Bradley, please let us know. Drop that comment. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.